Welcome back again, again. Guess who's back. Tell a friend. I'm so corny. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the Black Princess Belle in the flesh, not in a vlog. And today we are doing a box braid tutorial. Today I'm going to tell you guys, or help show you guys, how to accomplish these beautiful SZA and Rihanna inspired box braids. The color is really not doing these braids justice like the camera. I meant the camera. The camera is really not doing these braids justice, guys, because oh my god, this color is so beautiful on brown skin, like honey. You need to acquire these braids at some point this summer, some point this year, some point in your life. Get this color because it is smacking, it's shapopping, it's everything you need. So stay tuned to see a tutorial on how I got these luscious long braids. Hey you guys, welcome to the voiceover. So glad to have you here. Right now I'm starting out by showing you the section of hair that I have left that I will be putting the remainder of the box braids into, showing you how big it is and what's going on up there. So basically I'm about to prep the section with the products that I use, but before I do that I'm going to show you what I've been using on my hair. I have my trusty rat tail comb that helps me make these perfect little parts. The next thing I have is my shea butter. It's in a Cantu container because my shea butter container cracked. It was really tragic, but you know, we made it because it's in another container, obviously. And then the next product that I will be pulling out is my edge control. It's such a good quality edge control. I love it so much. It's super cheap, so you should definitely invest in that if you have it at your local hair store. And then the next product that we have is my ecostyler gel. Yeah, I really don't have a comment on it right now. I'm using it to slick down my hair. Shoot me if you're offended, but yeah. So basically, I'm going to start out by parting out this section of hair that I'm going to be braiding. Basically for this, I've been doing U parts and I actually really like this method. I learned it from watching different box braid tutorials and hair videos because it just helps your hair lay down and look like so much more smoother and cleaner. I don't know, it's just something about the way the U parts lay on top of each other. It's kind of like the bricking method whenever you're doing box braids, but for me, since I don't really see my head, because like this is for tutorial purposes, but typically when I'm doing my hair, I'm sitting in my room just parting without a mirror. So like the bricking method is a little bit more difficult because it takes more time for the bricks to look good and be perfect so it lays down straight. So for me, the U part is the best for me when I'm doing my own hair, but on a customer they can have whatever they want because obviously I can see it. But yeah, so if you are somebody that does your own hair and you want a better method to part your hair with that's easier, try the U parts. I really love it. And so I'm pinning back the rest of my hair. I'm gonna get started on this section. And so basically whenever I start my box braids, before I do them, I prep them with all those products. So first I put on the edge, the shea butter. First I put the shea butter on, then I put the edge control on to smooth down the roots, and then I put the the eco styler on to kind of like make the rest of it more slick, just so it can go into the braid and like braid in smoothly, because I have very kinky, curly, coarse hair, and the kanekalon hair is not very kinky and coarse, so you want your hair to kind of match the hair as best as possible, especially when you're doing your hair with hair that is colored like mine. And so I'm trying to prep my hair the best way I can, and there's the hair that I'm using. It is in the color 350. So I love the color. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So just parting out a section, and try and make sure that every section that you part out is about the same size. If you have the time and the space, you can prep all of your hair sections out before you start the braid, but for me, I like to just do it braid by braid. And so now you're seeing me attach the hair or attach the weave to my hair, and basically all you do is just put it on there in one loop and you add your hair into it and just braid down. If you don't know how to braid, this is not really a braid tutorial. It's kind of just showing you how I did my braids. I'm kind of showing you how to learn, but it's not very clear. So if you want a tutorial on how to braid hair, I can definitely upload one of those for you guys. But this is just kind of showing you how I got my box braids. It's not really a tutorial. Kind of is, but it's not so in depth and in detail. So just gonna watch me braid down. One other tip for this type of hair, this is not Expressions hair, this is the, I think, the Zuri or Femi collection hair. It gets tangled very, very easily, so make sure that you kind of detangle it every time you're going down the length of the braid. This is not the hair that you could just braid all the way straight down. You have to go down the length and detangle it every so often. One thing that you will see me doing is that I'm grabbing some edge control and some ecostyler as I go down the length of the braid, just to keep my hair slicked down and secure inside of the braid so it doesn't stick out and doesn't like just look kind of messy. So I also like doing that to make sure that the style is very slick. You'll just see me braiding down the length of my hair, and to be honest, to get braids that are waist length, you will be braiding for quite a bit of time, so be prepared to stand there for about 5 minutes doing one braid, but it's worth it in the end if you want braids that go all the way down to your waist, because that's typically how I wear my braids whenever I do them. So I'm showing you the length of it. And another tip that I have is also to braid all the way down, just because it makes it look cleaner, and after you dip it in water, it just looks so much more sleek. And that's a comment I get a lot from customers that I have. They're typically really surprised that I braid all the way down the length of my hair. It's just, I don't know, I feel like that's just the best way to do box braids because it makes them look cleaner. So again, you'll see me demonstrating the parting method that I use, and I am a perfectionist when it comes to this part, so yes, it may take a little bit of time, but I do the U part and get my section ready. So after sectioning off my U part, I will moisturize my hair and put the gel on it as I've done in the previous parts of the video, and continue with the braid. And so if you need a refresher on that, I will demonstrate the process of braiding one more time. But other than that, just enjoy the clip.
baby.
It's mad.
So in this last little clip, I'm kind of getting up close and personal so that you can kind of see how I'm connecting it and how I'm braiding it down. Again, this is not a perfect tutorial, but it definitely can show you kind of how I am putting the box braids into my head and attaching the weave onto my hair. But thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope that you learned something from it. I'm sorry there's not a proper outro because I lost the footage. It sucks, but it happened. So this is going to be the end, and I'll definitely add some pictures of the style at the end of the video so that you can see the finished product like you saw in the intro when you watched it. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you guys, and see you later.